Sanibonani limizi, ngiyanamukela kwisifundo sethu sanamhlanje. Today we're taking a look at izimpambosi zesenzo. What do we mean when we talk about izimpambosi zesenzo? We're basically taking a verb, which is isenzo, and adding a part to it so that it becomes a whole new word altogether. These are verbal extensions or verbal derivatives in English. Let's take a look. Izimpambosi zesenzo ziyini? Lezi izenzo ezongeziwe. Sithatha isenzo bese sifaka izingxenye ezintsha kuso futhi lokhu kushintsha incazelo yesenzo ngokuphelele. So basically, these are extended verbs. We take verbs and we add new parts to them, and this changes the entire meaning of the verb. So in isiZulu, we've got 7 different types of izimpambosi zesenzo. Let's take a look at the first one. Impambosi yokwenzana. With impambosi yokwenzana, isijobelelo sethu will be ana, okay? Yini impambosi yokwenzana? Isenzo esibonisa isenzo abantu noma izinto ezenzelana sona. So it's basically a verb that shows an action that people or things do to each other. Izibonelo: bayathembana, bayakhuzana, shayana. An example in a sentence, umusho: uThemba noThembi bayashayana. Themba and Thembi are hitting each other. So we can see that isijobelelo sethu in all these words is ana, okay? Now how do we change the verb to impambosi yokwenzana? Because usually they will ask you to change a verb, isenzo, to a certain impambosi. In this case, it's impambosi yokwenzana. So let's look at the word thanda. And it becomes thandana. That is to like each other, to love each other. And thanda is to love, is loving or love, okay? So we just have to remove the a and add ana so that it becomes thandana. And we do this for zonke izenzo zethu when they ask us to change to impambosi yokwenzana. Isijobelelo is ana. A really great trick is to look at what they're asking you for, right? Mabeti, change this verb to impambosi yokwenzana. You look at your suffix at the end of what they're asking you and you already know what's okay. My isijobelelo will be ana. Does that make sense? Okay. But in this case, we're basically changing verbs and then the meaning shows that people are doing things to each other or things are doing things to each other. Let's take a look at the second one. Impambosi yokwenzela. Okay? Isijobelelo sethu will be ela. Again, can you see that this is yokwenzela? This is your trick. This should tell you everything you need to know. You already know that your suffix will be ela. Now, what is impambosi yokwenzela? Sibonisa ukuthi abantu benzelana izenzo. So it's a verb extension that suggests that people are doing things for each other. Okay? Izibonelo: ufundela, uthengela, ugijimela. So, ufundela, I'm reading for, or she or he is reading for. Uthengela, she or he is buying for a sister or his brother. Ugijimela, a marathon. Does that make sense? So it basically shows, it suggests that people are doing things for each other or for things. Here it is in a sentence. Umusho: ubaba usiphekela ujeqe. Dad is cooking steamed bread for us. Okay? Now how do we change the verb to impambosi yokwenzela? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's look at isenzo sethu. Isenzo sethu here is funda. Now how do we change it to impambosi yokwenzela? So that it becomes fundela, we remove the a and add ela, and then it becomes fundela. So now it's read for another. Remember that in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that it changes the meaning, the entire meaning altogether. So it was funda, which is just to read, and then now it's suddenly fundela, okay? Now you're reading for something or you're reading for someone, okay? Let's take a look at our third. Impambosi yokwenzisisa. Isijobelelo sethu here will be isisa. Now what is the meaning of lempambosi? Isenzo esibonisa ukuthi isenzo senziwa ngokucophelela, ngokuphelele, kahle kakhulu. So it's a verb that shows an action being done thoroughly, very carefully, very well. So we're taking our time with it, okay? Izibonelo: hlambisisa, phekisisa. How do we use it in a sentence? Ngifuna ukusibhekisisa isicathulo sami esilahlekile. I want to look at my lost shoe carefully. So this verbal extension basically means when it's added to a verb, that word changes to describe or suggest something that's being done thoroughly or very carefully or very well. As you can see, Hasbullah over here, he's washing his plates, he's washing the dishes very carefully, okay? That should give you an idea. Now, how do we change the verb to impambosi yokwenzisisa? Again, very easy. We look at the verb we're given, isenzo sethu, lalela, and then it becomes lalelisisa. Funda becomes fundisisa. But how did we get there? We remove the A and we add isisa so that it becomes a new word. So now it was lalela, which is to listen. Now it's suddenly listen carefully. It was funda, which is to read or study. Now it's to read carefully or study thoroughly, study well. Let's move on to our fourth one. Impambosi yokwenzayenza. Isijobelelo sethu here is a little bit different, okay? Siphinda isenzo kabili. So we basically just repeat the root verb twice. Ikhombisa ukwenza into kancane. So lempambosi isenzo lana sikhombisa ukuthi into yenziwa kancane. So yenzayenza means you are doing something a little bit, not thoroughly, but just a little. I always like to think of it as the direct opposite of impambosi yokwenzisisa. Because here we're doing something very carefully, but here we're just doing something a little bit. We're not doing it thoroughly. You know, we're not really, we don't care, okay? Izibonelo. Funda funda, geza geza, dlala dlala. How do we use it in a sentence? Ngizofunda funda incwadi bese ngiyadla. So I will read the book a little bit and then I will eat. How do we change the verb to impambosi yokwenzayenza? Again, it's quite different from the previous three that we've done. It's just repeating the root verb twice. It's that easy, Limis. It's that easy. So funda becomes funda funda, which is to read a little bit. Simply repeat the verb and do not separate the words. This is so important. It remains one word. Isibonelo sethu, ngizolala lala, igama elilodwa. It's just one word. There's no space. Kukhona umunye umqondo wokusebenzisa lempambosi. Isetshenziselwa ukuveza into eyenzeka njalo. This verb derivative can also be used to express a repeated action. So it can also mean to do something a little bit, but it can also express that something is being done repeatedly. So, umusho, uThogo uloge egxumagxuma embhedeni. Togo keeps jumping on the bed. Another example, abantu kade bengibuka-buka edolobheni. People kept staring at me in town. Derivative. So there are two meanings. So this verb derivative has two meanings. The first one is to do something little by little, well, very little or not thoroughly and not carefully. The second way is to show that something is being done repeatedly. Let's look at the fifth mpambosi, impambosi yokwenzisa. Isijobelelo sethu here is isa. Isenzo esibonisa umuntu enza into ukusiza omunye. So it's a verb that shows one doing something to help another. Izibonelo, fundisa, phekisa. And how do we use it in a sentence? Umusho, kumele ngiphekise ubaba ngoba uyagula. I have to help dad cook because he is sick. So usually this verb derivative or this verb extension expresses that one is doing something for another, or rather helping them do something else, helping them do something. So how do we change the verb to impambosi yokwenzisa? Let's take a look at isenzo sethu, which is to hlala. And if we change it to impambosi yokwenzisa, it's hlalisa, to sit with someone or keep them company. Okay? So we remove the A and we add isa so that it becomes to do something for someone. Let's take a look at impambosi yokwenziwa. Isijobelelo sethu here is iwa or wa. Isenzo sikhombisa into eyenziwa ngumuntu. Sikhombisa ukuthi into yenziwa ngubani. So it shows an action that's being done by someone And it also indicates who is doing the action. And it's always in the passive form. But we'll get there. Izibonelo zethu, idliwa, ifundwa, dlaliwa. Okay? Sizisebenzisa kanjani izijobelelo zalempambosi? So how do we use the suffixes of this extension? Now it's completely different from zonke impambosi esizenzile thus far. Okay? So, sisebenzisa isijobelelo wa uma isenzo linezinhlamvu eziningi. Kodwa uma isenzo siyinhlamvunye, sisebenzisa iwa. Now this is very important to note. Like they can trick you anytime. And you need to know. You need to stand your ground and say, hey, I know impambosi zokwenziwa, I can do this. Okay? You're not going to trick me. Not this time. So we use wa when the verb is polysyllabic. Now, polysyllabic is when a word has more than one syllable. So if I say tractor, that's 2 syllables, okay? So that would be polysyllabic because it's not just one syllable. When I say ride is just 1 syllable. So it's monosyllabic, okay? So we use wa when the word is polysyllabic like, let me think of a word that's polysyllabic quickly. Gijima. That's 3 syllables, okay? So if we have the word gijima, our suffix isijobelelo sethu will be wa. But when the verb is monosyllabic like la, ma, as in like ima, wait, like la, pa, which is to give, we use iwa. Okay, so when we change that verb to make it impambosi yokwenziwa, we use iwa. I hope this makes sense. So all you have to do is remove the a and add iwa or wa, depending on whether or not it has more than 1 syllable or just 1. Let's continue. Intombazane ipheka ukudla. The girl cooks food. To change it to impambosi yokwenziwa, it will be ukudla kuphekwa yintombazane. The food is cooked by the girl. Remember, this specific verbal derivative or verbal extension, it shows that something is being done by someone. And whenever we show that something is being done by someone, it's always in the passive form. We're always changing it from active to passive, okay? So, what do we notice here? Firstly, the verb is polysyllabic, pheka, 2 syllables. So we used wa. That's our rule, remember. Secondly, the structure of the sentence has changed to the passive form. So we start with the object, umenziwa, verb, isenzo, and then the subject, umenzi. Thirdly, as you can see, the structure changed. We started with ukudla, then we said uphekwa yintombazane. So we switched it up, okay? Thirdly, intombazane changed to yintombazane. So this shows who performed the action, okay? There's a lot to note in this section, so you need to pay careful attention, and if you have any questions, ask. How do we change the prefix of the subject, okay? This is so important. Amabizo aqala ngo e, a, o, u athola unga. Amabizo aqala ngo I athola uya. So let me walk you through it. You saw that intombazane is umenzi, it's the subject, okay? And it's ibizo, it's a noun. So now it's no longer intombazane, they added a y there. Why did they add a y? That's punny. Why did they add a y? They added a y because ibizo lethu intombazane liqala ngo I. So that's why it has to be ya. So whenever your nouns in the sentence, when you have to change to impambosi yokwenziwa, whenever your nouns start with ui, they always get uya in your answer, okay? So now it's yintombazane. This is really important. If this noun started with e, a, o, u, we would get unga. But don't worry, we'll get there. Let's move on. Nazi ibonelo zethu. Ugogo ubhaka ikhekhe. They ask you, shintsha lo musho kube impambosi yokwenziwa. Okay? So ugogo ubhaka ikhekhe becomes ikhekhe libhakwa ngugogo. Okay? Obviously, isijobelelo sethu will be wa because baka is 2 syllables. It's polysyllabic, okay? So ikhekhe libakwa, got it. Ngugogo. Now, it's no longer ugogo, it's ngugogo because ibizo lethu liqala ngo-u. Remember, here, remember that in this slide I explained that amabizo aqala ngo-e, a, or u athola ung. So that's why it's now ikhekhe libakwa ngugogo. Number 2, izingane zigeza izitsha. Izitsha zigezwa yizingane. Okokuqala, ibizo lethu starts with e. Isijobelelo sethu is wa because geza is 2 syllables. So izitsha zigezwa yizingane. We started with the object, and then we followed up with the verb, and then we ended the sentence with the subject. Okay, because now we're changing it to the passive form. Inja ikhahlela ibhola. Ibhola likhahlelwa yinja. Again, khahlela, 3 syllables. Yinja, because ibizo lethu started with an e. An e, I. So now let's take a look at impambosi zokwenziwa when we have 1 syllable. So inhlamvunye. Isibonelo, inja idla ithambo. The dog eats a bone. So dla is 1 syllable. Now remember that if it's 1 syllable, you use isijobelelo, which is iwa and not wa. Ithambo lidliwa yinja. The bone is eaten by the dog. What do we notice here? The verb is monosyllabic, and so we used iwa. Izenzo ezinhlamvunye zijobelela u-iwa. So monosyllabic verbs end in iwa. So la, pa, ma will always end in iwa. Will always take iwa. I hope this makes sense. And if it doesn't, ask as many questions as you can. Izinyathelo okufanele zilandelwe uma uzama ukubhala izimpambosi zokwenziwa. So these are the steps to follow when you're attempting izimpambosi zokwenziwa. Firstly, ubheka isenzo. Siyinhlamvunye noma sineyinhlamvu eziningi. So is it 1 syllable or is it more than 1 syllable? Number 2, jobelela isenzo ngo-wa noma ngo-iwa. Okay? Now remember, once you've discovered if it's a syllable, if it's 1 syllable or more than 1 syllable, you pick. You choose. Are you picking wa or are you picking iwa? Thirdly, qala impendulo yakho ngomenziwa, which is the object, bese ulandele ngesenzo, which is the verb, ulandele ngomenzi, because we're changing it to the passive form. Bheka ibizo. Look for the noun. Liqala ngomuphi unkamisa? Bese uqala umenzi ngoya noma ngonga. So when you see the noun, does it start, which verb does it begin with? Okay, does it begin with an e or does it become with an a, e, or u? And then you say, okay, when I write my answer, I'm going to add a ya or nga before that noun. Naga imsindo yesenzo bese uyishintsha ngokufanele. You need to pay attention to the sound of the verb and then change it accordingly. We haven't done this yet. Let's take a look at this. Imsindo eshintshayo. This is also something that's important. Uma sishintsha isenzo sibe impambosi yokwenziwa, kunezinguquko ezibalulekile zemsindo okumele zenzeke. When changing verbs to impambosi yokwenziwa, there are important sound changes that need to take place, especially with izenzo. So, changes to ny, mb changes to nj, b changes to tsh, BH changes to J, P, and so forth. It's not going to make sense now until I explain it. So these are the sound changes. It's very important to note. So take a screenshot or write it in your book, whatever you can do to make sure that you know that when these are the sounds we see. Remember, it's not necessarily the letters that the verbs begin with. It's just the sounds that are in the verb, okay? But we'll get there. Let's take a look. So for instance, if we have thuma in the sentence, ingane ithunywa ngugogo, okay? Can you see that changed to n? I don't know how to explain it, but it's just the sound, okay? So once you see MB bamba, indugu ibanjwa yindoda. So it changes to NJ. Ba changes to CHA. So toba ingalo evuvukele ithotshwa ngusisi. Okay? I'm not going to go through all of these sentences until I've given you a clearer explanation. So I want us to look at these examples. So for instance, if you're given a sentence and it says uthisha uvimba izingane, and they say no, change this to impambo siyokwenziwa. The first thing you're going to do, you're going to remember your order, you're going to remember isijobelelo sakho. As you can see, your verb, always look at your verb, guys. It's called izimpambo zesenzo for a reason, because our main characters here are the verbs. Simple. Our main characters are izenzo. So looking at isenzo is so important, okay? And unfortunately with impambo zokwenziwa, we're not just changing the verb alone, we're changing other parts of the sentences as well. So this is why it's so important to focus in this section. So uthisha uvimba izingane. Izingane zivinjwa nguthisha. So that MB changed to NJ. It has to change, it's just grammar, okay? It's just grammar. That's how things are supposed to be. It wouldn't make sense if the sound never changed. Abantu bahamba indlela ende. Indlela ende ihanjwa ngabantwana. Oh, sorry, I think I meant abantwana there. But MB changes to NJ. Umama ugcoba ingane. Ingane igcotshwa ngumama. So you replace that B with a TSH, you replace that MB with an NJ, you replace that MB with an NJ. Last example, amantombazane ahlupha uthisha. Uthisha uhlushwa ngamantombazane. So that PH changes to SH. So this is only if you have these sounds as your verbs, or if these verbs have the sound in them, okay? Now, the only way you're going to get this right is if you memorize it. But luckily for you, I have a trick that you can use to remember it in the test or in the exam. Mandy goes to New York, Mbali goes to New Jersey, Boni goes to Tshwane, Papa goes to Joburg, Palesa goes to Tshwane, Philip goes to Soshanguve. So, if you remember these sentences, honestly, you don't have to use this system. But as you can see, Mandy goes to New York. Mandy starts with an M, New York, NY. Mbali starts with an MB, goes to New Jersey, NJ. So your M changes to NY. Your MB changes to NJ. Boni goes to Tshwane, B changes to TSH. Sorry, it's Tshwane. Baba goes to Joburg, your BH changes to J. Balesa goes to Tshwane, P, TSH. Philip goes to Soshanguve. It's very easy to remember that Soshanguve has an SH. People call it Sosha. So it'll be very easy for you to remember that sh sound, okay? So you decide if you want to use this system. It's just easier. Mandy goes to New York. Mbali goes to New Jersey. Boni goes to Tshwane. Baba goes to Joburg. If this is easier for you, please use the system. It will help you. Now let's take a look at our last one. Impambo siyokwenziwa was so much memorizing, it just required a lot from you. And I hope that you understand it now, okay? Isijobelelo sethu here is eka, okay? So isijobelelo sesenzo esikhombisa ikhono lokwenza into ethile. So it's a verb derivative that indicates the ability to do something. It shows that something can be done, okay? Izibonelo, thanda changes to thandeka, kuyafundeka, kuyalaleka. So I'm able I'm able to love. This is lovable, okay? It's something that's just, it's able to be done, okay? Kuyafundeka, it's readable, or I'm able to read. Kuyalalega, I'm able to sleep, or does that make sense? Here's an example. Ubaba kaNeliswa uyathandeka. Neliswa's father is lovable, okay? Now, how do we change the verb to impambosi yokwenzeka? Very simple. Ula changes to ulega, because all we do is remove the A and we add ega. Thank you so much, Limis. I really hope this was a helpful lesson for you, and I really can't wait for you to get your 80s and your 70s. And if you're still starting out, your 60s is fine as well, as long as you're making progress. So I'll see you in the next one. Remember to practice, 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 practice. Nisale kahle, Limis.